Hey students, nice to see you. Welcome to my yard. So here I can hear different birds. I can see them in different behaviors and habitats. So we are going to focus today on simulating bird beaks, looking at feeding adaptations and see if we can create a simulation to show this. So building from yesterday's video, you're going to find all kinds of interesting materials around your house and simulate feeding types and show how specific beaks are designed to eat specific food types. Ooh, there's some nice birds. So watch the rest of the video and see what I did, see how I set up the data table. Have fun with it. You can do it as a whole family. You can do it on your own. So start to gather materials and you will do this on Monday or spend some time this weekend having fun with it. So we'll talk to you soon. So I have been gathering in this box a bunch of materials in preparation for my bird beak simulation. So I have a lot of materials spread out here, and I'm probably going to use some of them, but I've been collecting for days. So my idea was to try to simulate the beaks and show how they're specifically suited for certain things. So for example, I was thinking of using, and I got my inspiration while I was eating breakfast, this special spoon, which is built just like the woodpecker's beak to dig underneath and scoop it out. So I was thinking this could simulate a woodpecker's ability to dig under bark and get under there to get to the seeds. The insects living there. Okay, so this is going to be part of my bird beak simulation from all of the materials that I have. I'm just going to start with these two. This is going to be a representation of the field with all the different types of seeds, much like some of the fields that we have near our house. These will represent the larger seeds. These are walnuts, and the Tic Tacs are going to be our smaller seeds. So to show two different types of seed-eating birds, although they are not triangular, we have this little tongs. I'm thinking these will be better for the larger ones, but we'll see which ones they can pick up. And that tweezers is to represent the smaller beaked seed-eating birds. So let's see how it works. So we're going to press the start button in 30 seconds. Go. Okay, so I can pretty easily pick up these large ones as a large bird, and they're going to go into my stomach here. See if I can get the smaller ones. They're pretty clumsy. You can see the smaller beak. So the smaller beak was successful in some of the larger ones, but I am much more successful with these larger ones only. And then as you can see, so I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 large seeds for my large beaked seed-eating bird and no smaller seeds. And this smaller beaked bird has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 smaller seeds and 1 medium-sized seed. So that was pretty effective. If this bird, the smaller seeds are scarce, this bird might be able to survive by going up to medium. But mine would never survive with just the small because it's too large and clumsy to pick up these tiny pieces. So let's put that in our data table. So this next part of the simulation, I'm hoping to try to recreate or simulate the idea of a hummingbird who has that long beak specifically designed to go into a flower to get the nectar. So we're going to start that and see how I do with my straw and time. So I gather it up, then I put it in my stomach. Clearly the hummingbird isn't stopping and going somewhere else. It's got the unique ability to stay and hover in place. It can also fly backwards. It's pretty amazing. So be on the lookout for the ruby-throated hummingbirds that are soon to arrive in Rhode Island. more seconds. So you can see how this design really works to get inside the flower. Okay, time, which is represented in this case by our colored water. And then I was effectively able to get some nectar. Now you can see none of the other designs. So this woodpecker design can't get in there. Maybe if these tweezers, my seed eaters, were long enough, I could get in there if I was starving, but I'm not sure that they're suited for that. So this is especially adapted, right? So they evolved together, so this can feed easily and effectively on these types of flowers. So great job. See what else you can find. So I'm going to try this for, as I had mentioned earlier, a woodpecker, although it's not the same shape. I'm thinking it might work the same, where you can get in and underneath. So thinking if the insects are underneath the bark, just as that video told us yesterday. And then I cut these pieces of the other half, which I ate, of my grapefruit. And then I might think about the egret or the heron down at Zeke's Creek with that long, precise bill that can stab the fish and have it hold on. If you remember in the video, it talked about the special edges that don't allow the fish to slide off. So this would be a great, if I was timing this, could probably get quite a few fish into my belly. This, you can see, not as effective. Maybe some of these, but they might slip out, right? So again, what am I perfectly designed for? Look at how this beak is adapted to this food type. And then for raptors that are using both the talons and the beak, you might think about how you eat, right? How do we use two items to grab so that our food doesn't move, and then to cut and then consume? So have fun doing this. I look forward to hearing your results.